welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about the art of seeing light. I hear this from students all the time. Light mystifies me. I struggle to see it, whether it's indoor or outdoor, natural light or artificial light. So many photographers struggle with seeing light. One student said to me that light completely mystifies her. Sometimes she'll get it right, but most of the time she doesn't know why she's getting it right. Another student said to me, I can just never figure out where the best lighting is. I think I get it sometimes, but then other times it just isn't doing what I want it to do. Does this sound familiar? Stick around. So light has four main qualities. There is direction, height, intensity, and colour. So once you recognise those four elements, you can start to understand why your light might look flat in certain photos or come alive in others. So I'm here with my beautifully dressed mannequin for maybe the spring carnival. I just thought some colour, some texture, it just makes it a bit easier to see what I'm talking about when I am showing you the light. So this is our pretend model for today. I need to come up with a name for her. So maybe if you've got some ideas for what I can call my mannequin, Monica the mannequin or something, I don't know. Let me know. So I've turned my main video light off just for the moment and I am working with this. So this is a Neewer MS 150. So it's just a little 150 watt LED light. I'm going to work with continuous lights because it's just easier for you to see on video, but it could work for natural light or studio strobes, speed lights, things like that. You can see that there's quite a bit of shadow on my subject here. If I move the video light up a few inches, you will start to see that shadow moving. You'll start to see some more texture and mood. If I lower it, you can see something a little more dramatic. Everything changes with direction. It shapes your subject and it creates depth. And it's not just for portraits either. Whether you're photographing a person, a vase of flowers, a cup of coffee, the principles are the same. So I can move my light, might even just take my light off the light stand just for the moment. I haven't got a soft box or anything on this. I've just got a little soft diffuser. So if I move my light up or down, you can see where the shadow is changing. You can see where the light is coming in on my model. If I come round to the side, you'll start to see more texture in the outfit and the hairnet and all the rest of it. And again, if I come up, I come down. If I'm on an angle down, it starts to get more dramatic and my shadow will move around to the side. If I'm shooting from the top up, you'll see that there's quite an ominous shadow appearing there. I'm trying not to put my own shadow in there. So the direction can play a big part. If you have got your light just on the front, then it can be quite flat and you don't really have shadows as such. But if you move it off to the side a little bit, or even if you come behind your subject and have a rim light, you can separate her from the background, or him, her, it, them. So it doesn't matter what side you go to. And we're just doing one light just for today. But you can add in more lights to create more depth and drama. Think of this one light as like a portable window. You're taking it with you and you're moving it around. If you are using a window or natural light, then obviously you can't move the light, but you can move your subject. So you would move your subject around so that they're in a different position to the light. But artificial light is easy to use. Now, what do you use? There is a lot that is available. LED lights are incredible these days. My studio light that I'm using to record this is a Neewer 300, CB300C. It's a RGB colour light. This is the MS150C, and that's 150 watts, which is quite good. This is also a colour RGB. How do you know how bright to have it? Well, that's the beauty with constant light, is that you can see what you want. So let me just pop this back on a light stand. So a lot of these lights are quite similar. This is on 100%. Okay, so I can scroll that up or I can scroll it down. Then there is also, if I click on the button here, now some of these have different buttons or modes or things like that that you can play with. So you can change here, and I'm hoping you can see that, it's pretty small. This is the colour of the light. So if you have been out on a warm summer's day, you'll note that it is very, very warm, the light you're getting in summer. It's very yellow, and it's all to do with the colour of the light, what it's reflecting off, the amount of light, the ambient temperature, etc. There's a lot in there. And you can adjust that, so you can have it very warm or you can have it very, very cool. So like winter light. So you can see here the light is very, very blue. You can also change the mode. So you can actually change the different colour of lights. You can actually go into the RGB mode, and again you can change the colour of the lights. A lot of them have special effects, which is more for video than anything else. So you can see that there's flashing lights here, bombs, all sorts of things that are happening in the background there. The Neewer lights, which I particularly love, whether it's the CB200 300C or the MS150, or there's the HS60, there's so many different options. They have built-in colour gels, so you can change the colour of the gel from Lee to Roscoe and all the rest of it. And then, of course, you've just got your standard CCT. So you can adjust the light from warm or cool. If you just have a bicolour light, and there's nothing wrong with the bicolour light, they just do warm or cool. You don't get all the special effects per se. Some do, some don't. Most don't. You also get you don't get the gel effects and things like that. So start off simple. Start off with one light. Then add a second, add a third. Play with your light and see what you can get. And don't forget to change your camera settings. Now, I did do a video earlier on what camera settings to use for using a speed light or strobe. So maybe go check that out. I'll put that in the link below. But on your camera, if you're shooting, especially on aperture priority, or you've got your exposure simulation on, you will be able to see what you are getting on the back of your camera. You will probably find you might, depending on what light you have, you might have to put your ISO up a little bit higher compared to if you were using a speed light, but that's okay too. And if the tech side stresses you out, don't panic, you're not alone. Just take it simple. Start with one light, like I said, and if you're using a speed light, use your trigger. Start off with some basic settings. Check out some videos that I've put up about what to use, and just test the settings, especially if you're using something like a mannequin where you don't have to stress out if you get the shots good or not. Look for the shadows. This is what you're looking for. You're looking for the shadows that your light is giving you. And that's when you're learning what's good, what's bad. You don't necessarily want really strong shadows. You can start, introducing things like reflectors and things like that to make it a big difference. Remember, connect your light, connect your trigger if you're using speed lights, test your settings, and just play with it before you start adding anything any more complex. And don't worry, if you're still getting caught up with triggers and things like that, I'm going to do another video on doing that sort of thing. So stay tuned for that one. The real magic happens when you start looking for the light effects and stop worrying so much about your light source. You're looking for light, you're looking for shadow, You're looking for details, especially if you're shooting from the side. Forget about the flash or the window or whatever. Just look at the light. See what the light is doing. See where the highlights are. See where the shadows are. Learn what the light is doing to your subject. Is it soft and dreamy? Is it dark and moody? Is it something very dramatic, or is it something very flat? Learn what you can do with your lighting. And don't forget, if you move your light closer or further away from your subject. So if it's too bright, you can move it away from your subject. And it doesn't have to be exact. It doesn't have to be 1.25 meters or whatever. You can move it back to where it looks good. If you need more light, you can bring it closer. Just remember to keep it out of your camera shot. So if lighting still feels a little mysterious, don't worry, you're not alone. Everybody feels that at the start. Everybody has to start somewhere. So you can start here too, and you can see the difference as you start to practice and work with light. It really does change everything. And if you want to go deeper, I've just revamped a lighting course that I've got online. It's self-paced. There's 7 modules that cover everything for artificial light as well as natural light. How to harness the light, how to reflect it, how to bounce it, how to block it, how to work with light, how to set your mood with light. Everything is covered in the art of seeing light. It was formerly called Capturing Light, and I did put it out a while ago. So if you have bought the class, maybe jump in and have a look and see what's new. I've put in new lighting, there's new blog posts, there's new links, there's new YouTube videos, there's new stuff that has been added to it. And it really is the best way to jump in depth and learn the art of seeing light. So check the link below, and don't forget to go and check out some of my other videos on learning to work with light in my lighting playlist. If there's something in particular that you want to learn more about, drop me a comment down below, and I'm happy to have a look and see if we can organise something just for you. So that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it enlightening. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe, hit that little bell for notifications, and I will see you next time on YouTube. Bye.